Hi everyone, today I'll be looking at the GPM280 by Waveshare. The GPM280 was originally released early 2021, which supported the Raspberry Pi CM3+. Earlier this year, Waveshare released an updated version of the GPM280, which supported the Raspberry Pi CM4, which is what I'm covering today. Other than which Raspberry Pi is inside it, the GPM280 is essentially identical to the original model. I absolutely adore the Gameboy Micro Famicom design. The glossy finish is a huge fingerprint magnet, but it still looks great. Unfortunately, the price is a huge issue here, starting at $120 for the shell just to add your own CM4. With the supply issues plaguing Raspberry Pis at the moment, this can add up to an expensive but limited handheld. Don't get me wrong, I do love the design of the GPM280. The controls that are there are pretty decent. The D-pad is a bit mushy for my personal taste, but the travel response is good. With that said, it's simply just missing too many inputs to make full use of the Raspberry Pi CM4 inside it. You'll be able to run Dreamcast and Nintendo 64 games fine, but you'll have a hard time actually playing them with the limited control set available. This is then mixed with the heat a CM4 chugs out. So you're left in this bizarre situation where you have the power to run, but not actually play games due to the limited control set, all the while kicking out a huge amount of heat. So you're essentially best off underclocking the CM4 to reduce the heat while playing the games the controls are best suited for, which defeats the point of having a CM4 model in the first place. So my personal take on the GPM280 is if you're a huge fan of the Game Boy Advance Micro Famicom design, and happen to have a Raspberry Pi CM4 handy, and then the GPM280 might well appeal to you, as it's got a decent screen, audio and build quality, save for the limited heat dissipation, and benefits from all the Raspberry Pi community development. But for those outside that very limited pool of users, it's incredibly hard to justify or recommend, as there's a list of compromises to bear in mind with this one. So I'll cut to some gameplay now, and then just summarise back up at the end.
It seems we now know what happened to the crew. Please continue to investigate this vessel so that we may learn more. We must investigate the warehouse deck upstairs. Careful, the bay door is malfunctioning. Get to the nearest exit.
So ultimately, Waveshare's GPM280 is a hard one to recommend. It looks great and has a lovely screen, but is restricted by its limited control set, the heat produced by the Raspberry CM4 inside it, and the cost. If you're absolutely tied to the design but don't have a CM4 available, then you're better off, in my opinion, getting Ambinix RG300X instead, which ultimately serves as a more practical and cheaper alternative. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.